Hey everyone, I know that it has been a very long time since my last post, and believe me, I am just as unhappy about it as I'm sure all of you are. Again, there's really no explanation for it other than just a lot of stress at work, trying to figure out my schedule and what days I have free, along with when and where I can film these updates has been a little bit of an obstacle. I'll take that back. It's been a big obstacle in this whole process. So thank you so much for bearing with me. Thank you for all of your suggestions on where I could film and when. I greatly appreciate it. I still need a couple more, but if you can come up with anything else that's better than what I have now, I would greatly appreciate it. I do have a couple of more options that I'm looking at. Hopefully one of those will work out and I can get going on this on a regular basis at a regular location on a regular time. But on to the whole reason we're here, the biggest news in sports. I have them all for you and they're coming right up. The biggest but nowhere near surprising news is that the MLB is looking to suspend Alex Rodriguez and Ryan Braun along with 18 other Major League Baseball players, all in connection with the Miami area clinic that was connected with the performance-enhancing drugs. These are all going to be happening probably within the next 2 weeks or so. The founder of the clinic is cooperating with MLB in giving them the list of names of players who have frequented the clinic. Some of them are their actual names, some of them are quote-unquote code names, so it's taking authorities a really long time to figure out who is who and if anybody has been double named by either their real name and their code name or something else. So it's going to be a process, but look for a lot of big name players to be suspended from their teams if they are found guilty of having connections with this clinic. Don't forget, this is not the first time for some of these athletes to be connected with performance-enhancing drugs. And in the MLB, the second-time offense is a 100-game suspension. That is nearly half of the season for a lot of these guys. And they could be looking at their entire season being over, especially people like Alex Rodriguez and Ryan Braun. There's a couple of other players in there. I don't want to go into all of the names. It's very easy to find their names online if you want to do it so yourselves. But we will definitely have to wait and see what happens with this investigation and what names are going to be named, what teams are going to be without some of their better players. And in hockey news, we're down to 4, but 2 of the original 6 teams do remain. We have Chicago in the West and Boston in the East. It could be a very strong possibility that we see 2 original 6 teams in the Stanley Cup playoffs. That would be very exciting for a lot of the original 6 team fans, even people who maybe aren't a fan of those teams. As long as you have a good respect for the history of hockey, you've got to love some original 6 matchups, especially for the sport's ultimate trophy. And again, sad to say it, but the Red Wings are not in it, and you could possibly blame that, at least I am, on the curse of Brandon Inge. Just weeks before his appearance in Detroit, he was interviewed by the Pittsburgh media, completely decked out in Pittsburgh Penguins gear, rolling around on roller skates, playing roller hockey, wearing full Penguins attire. Yet, the very next week, just days later, he was spotted at Joe Louis Arena at Game 6, completely decked out in, you guessed it, Red Wings gear. So where's your loyalty lie there, Mr. Inge? It certainly isn't with Detroit, because you definitely screwed them over in more ways than one. And then you come back and you decide to screw them over again by essentially jinxing us by wearing all the clothing of a team you really don't like if you're playing in Pittsburgh now and supporting the Penguins. Why didn't you just go to one of their games? Why do you have to come to ours? We didn't want you here in the beginning. That's why you weren't with the Tigers anymore. So don't go into Joe Louis Arena anymore either. Please, please. In fact, if we could start a petition to ban Brandon Inge from Joe Louis Arena, let me know, because I definitely want to be the first one to sign that. And anybody who knows me knows exactly why. Oh, and by the way, the Tigers lost every game against Pittsburgh after the game that Brandon Inge showed up to Joe Louis Arena. And so, Detroit fans, you can draw your own conclusions on that one, okay? Sticking with the NHL is looking to downsize its goals. The nets, like the actual goal that you shoot at. Why? Well, they say that the goalies are getting too big. Right now, the tallest goalie in the NHL is Ben Bishop of the Tampa Bay Lightning. He is 6'7" tall, and his counterpart, Anders Lindback, I hope I'm saying that right, he is 6'6". So Tampa has 2 of the tallest goalies in the NHL. Not only that, tied with Lindback at 6'6" is another Sunshine State 10D, Jacob Markstrom. Sorry, I'm having a really hard time finding everybody's names. He is 6'6". Lindback is 6'6", and Bishop is 6'7". That's 3 of the tallest goalies in the NHL in one state. Now, obviously, a taller goalie is going to be harder to shoot on. The NHL is saying that it's harder to get goals if your goalie is so tall. That is one thing they're looking at, expanding the size of the nets. The other thing they're looking at, believe it or not, is downsizing the goalie's pads, making it easier for the 5-hole option to be about 6 inches wide. And if you know anything about hockey, you know 5 holes where some of the more skilled players do go to get their goals, and by mainstreaming all of the pads that the goalies are wearing, no matter what their size, it's going to make it easier for a lot of guys to get goals. Tell me what you think. Is this the right thing to do, or should the players on offense just get better skills and be able to score on any goalie, any size, any height, any size pads? Tell me what you think. That is the question of the day. Should the NHL be able to regulate goalie pad size and net size in order to get more goals and more highlight spots on ESPN? Yeah, good luck with that. Ending on a lighter note in hockey, the magazine Sharp for Men has named New York Rangers goalie Henrik Lundqvist the most stylish NHL player. And if you've ever seen his pictures, you can definitely understand why. He is, without a doubt, the definition of style when it comes to sharp-dressed man. Other players who were named were Patrick Kane of Chicago, all right, and of course Mike Fisher of the Nashville Predators. But come on, he's got like the world's most beautiful woman helping him out pick out his clothes. She's stylish. Of course he's going to be stylish. They can't have one stylish closet and one not at all stylish closet. That's not how it works. Of course he's going to be in there. But either way, kudos for making the list, Mike. You can see the full list at the link that I posted below. And for right now, that is going to do it. That's all I've got. I'm really sorry it was a short, kind of vague news story, but that's really all I've got for now. And I apologize. I do hope that this new venue will work out for me filming. And if that is the case, next week I will have lots more stories for you. Hopefully some better stories, hopefully some more lengthy stories. But again, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget, I've had a lot of questions on where do I find the shirt that you're wearing in this vlog, where do I find this part that you're wearing, this bracelet, anything. If you have any questions on where I buy my clothes and what websites I get them from, please don't hesitate to call. This shirt is from Wheels Hockey, and as is the bracelet. You can find links to all of that below in the description of the video.